Hey, good morning, English tenors. Welcome to week 5 of distance learning. I've had a little bit of an interesting morning. As I sat here, I was making a video for a different class. I happened to look out the window and up my driveway, and I thought it was our neighbor's dog, but it actually turned out to be a coyote. So I quick hit pause and ran and got my 243 and went outside, but it was gone. I haven't seen it since. So that was my excitement for the morning. Like I said, we are on week number 5 of distance learning. And as we learned last week from the governor, we're going to be doing distance learning the rest of the school year. We're not coming back, unfortunately. And that stinks. That's not the way that we want to end school. That's not the way I wanted to end school, even though we probably all had a feeling it was going that way. It's a final decision, and that's just where we're at. So we'll make the best of it. We're going to finish out strong. And that kind of leads me into a couple of things here that I want to talk to you real quick about. So let's first look at the class calendar and a couple of adjustments for this week and next week. I'm not going to get into next week until next week, but let's take a look here. And all right, so here we are, last week of April. So we have chapter 5 this week. Okay, everything's due on Thursday, April 30th. There's no school on May 1st, and there's no school a week from today on May 4th. Okay, so you guys don't have any school. You don't have to do anything for English. Yay! If you've also noticed, and I'll go over this again, is there's no notes assignment for Chapter 5. You do not have a notes assignment to do for Chapter 5. I've taken that out. And same with chapter 6, you won't have a notes assignment there. So all you have to do is read the chapter, answer the questions, do the quiz. That's it. All right? So that's our week here. Now, again, with these changes in mind and with the fact that we're not going to see each other again the rest of the school year. Now I know in the poll questions I asked you last week, and this is pretty much across the board for all classes, is that you guys didn't want to meet face to face on a weekly basis, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. But with these changes in mind, with us going distance learning the rest of the time, and I'm not going to have contact with you or anything, I would like to meet with you on Thursday, April 30th, right here at 10 a.m. I know that sounds so early, but at 10 a.m. This is not a mandatory thing. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But I would love to have as many of you meet with me via Google Meets, and I will send out. You'll get an email, so be looking for that. You just click the link and you join the meeting, and away you go. But I just want to meet, and this is going to be a short meeting, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. That's it. And we'll be on our way. We're just going to discuss kind of the rest of the school year. We'll go over the calendar, go over the things that we're going to be doing, answer any questions, this and anything like that. So that's going to be, again, April 30th, this Thursday at 10 a.m. All right? Now, looking ahead, we'll talk about this, and I'm going to remind you, but looking ahead, what I'm planning to do for Chapter 6 of Mice and Men is, again, set up a Google Meet where whoever wants to do it, again, it's not mandatory, but whoever would like to, we will meet online, face-to-face, and we will do a live reading of the final chapter of Mice and Men together, get through it, talk about it. It's a huge chapter. Chapter 5, what we're going to right now, is a huge chapter. Okay, but Chapter 6, really, it brings everything together, the big climactic moment. So I'm going to plan on that. Again, I'll be sending out reminds, I'll be sending out information, but I'm going to plan on a live reading of Mice and Men for Chapter 6 on Tuesday, May 5th. Tuesday, May 5th. More information on that to come later. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at Chapter 5. I'm going to actually just click right into it. Okay? So Chapter 5, again, all you have to do is either or. You have the Chapter 5 text and guided reading, the regular assignment where you read the chapter and you answer the multiple choice questions on the PDF and turn it in, or the Ed Puzzle, Chapter 5 text and guided reading, Ed Puzzle, where you listen to the chapter, read along, and answer the embedded questions in the video. All right, and then you have the Chapter 5 quiz. And the Chapter 5 quiz, I believe, is another fill in the blank. Yep, there it is. Fill in the blank. You're going to have a word bank of all kinds of names and words and everything, and you read along. The chapter begins with the men outside playing horseshoes and blank sitting alone. Okay? And so you just go through and fill out the paragraphs with the correct words. So you're going to have to read, but I think that quiz you should have no problem with it. Okay? All right, so chapter 5. I'm not going to try to give away too much here because I want you to read it. There's no notes assignments. So you're going in kind of cold, but with this chapter, it's called the barn chapter because that's where, again, like all the other chapters, each chapter takes place in its own special place, and this one is the barn chapter. And Lenny is in there, and he's got a dead puppy. He was playing with it too hard. Remember how he likes to pet soft things, and when the mouse bites him, he just squeezes and kills it. Kind of the same thing happened with the puppy. He's sitting there with a dead puppy, and he just knows he did a bad thing. He doesn't really realize that he killed it. He just knows he did a bad thing. And what Lenny equates bad thing to is I can't tend the rabbits at the farm, right? And he thinks George is going to be mad and all this. And so he tries to hide the puppy in the straw. Well, then, sure enough, guess who comes in? Curly's wife. Now, way back in chapter 2, we talked about how Curly and Curly's wife were going to bring in conflict. We saw in chapter 3 how Curly brought in conflict with trying to start a fight with Lenny. He got his hand crushed. Well, we've been waiting for Curly's wife to bring in conflict. This is the chapter. Okay, chapter 5. So Curly's wife comes in, and Lenny just knows I'm not supposed to talk to her, and she gets all mad. Why can't you talk to me? Why can't someone talk to me? I'm lonely. And she really starts spilling her soul to Lenny, and Lenny just sits there and listens. All right? She talks about how lonely she is, right? She's the only female in this. She doesn't even have a name. She's just Curly's wife. She's extremely lonely. She talks about her dreams, right? How a guy came along once and told her she could be an actress. And really all the men in her life use her. They just use her and kind of toss her away. They don't pay attention to her. And that really, really weighs on her. Her dreams have never been realized. She's lonely and this and that. Now, I'm not going to go into too much more detail, but remember how Lenny likes to pet soft things. And Curly's wife offers, well, if you feel how soft my hair is, all right, here comes the big conflict, right? Lenny does a bad thing. Now, with this bad thing, Lenny knows it's a really bad thing. And so, remember what George told way at the beginning. We're coming full circle. If you get in trouble, where's he supposed to go? Remember the clearing down by the river where the book started, where the story started? Lenny takes off. Candy comes in to talk about the farm with Lenny and finds what happened, calls in George, and George sees what happens, and George understands what he has to do, and they call in the rest of the guys, and they see it, and Curly is upset, and that leads us into the big climactic final chapter. But what the other big thing that we're going to see and we're going to realize is this dream of the dream farm. It's not going to happen. It's a crushed dream. Like so many dreams, though, during that time, during the Great Depression, this dream of freedom, being your own boss, working for yourself, all of that is crushed. And in real life, I'm talking real life, families destroyed because of the times and the economic fallout, and we had tons and hundreds and thousands of people. This idea of the American dream, you can be whatever you want, do whatever you want, was crushed. And this is that dream. Okay, this dream farm was that. Let's see. So, again, Lenny can't, you have to keep in mind too, Lenny can't comprehend what he does. All he knows is I did something bad, and he equates that with George is going to be mad and I can't tend the rabbits. So that's also a big part of all this. And that leads us into, like I said, chapter 6. And like I said, I want to, on May 5th, Tuesday, May 5th, I want to set up, again, a live Google Meet where you can come in and join in, and we'll read chapter 6 together. Reading it live and with other people. If we were in school, we'd be reading it in class together. It's such a huge, important, big chapter that I just think, whoever wants to join and read it together, and I think it'd be really good to kind of end the book that way. So we're going to plan on that. I'll send more information out about that. So anyway, again, hope to see you this Thursday, April 30th, 10 a.m. And we'll talk about kind of distance learning moving forward. All right? Again, if you have any questions or comments or things you're not understanding or whatever, contact me. Let me know what's going on, and I will do whatever I can to help. And if you have any missing work, I am more than willing to take any late work anytime. It does not matter. All right? I will take it anytime. And last but not least, with all of this stuff, all right, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your friends. All right, take care and have a great week, and hope to see you Thursday. Bye.